What is up, guys? So welcome back to another video. As you see, we got some new seats for the GTI. We're getting rid of the cloth, the sport red cloths, and we're going to the high bolster leathers, just because leather's just overall a little bit nicer, and I prefer a leather seat, but some people don't. But we're gonna keep the sport cloths around just in case we want to swap back and forth. It's gonna change up the whole look of the car, honestly, in the interior. I have leather, everything else, leather door cards, a leather armrest thing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we just picked these up for a pretty good deal. It has one small rip in the driver bolstering, but that's no big deal. I can get that fixed at any point in time. I don't think it's gonna spread really, but they're in pretty good shape. I might do some leather reconditioning on them before I install them. It should change the whole look of the car, like I said, with a nice headliner. And the interior of the GTI is almost done. I mean, we're never really done with the project vehicle, but it's pretty close to done. We need like some small things like lay flats, the door seals. I have the mirror that I gotta change out still. Stupid stuff like that. When I get home, I'm probably gonna install these, show you guys like a little before and after, and see how fire it looks. So stay tuned. Gotta love it. This thing is a goddamn work truck. So finally back home. Let me unload these seats, show you guys what's up with them, and that was a fucking haul for some high bolster leathers, but it is what it is. These the sport seats that came in the GTI have the same like bolstering and stitching as these high bolster leather, so I assume that these were in, I guess, the leather model of the GTI. Like, as you see this little strip here. Rear seats pretty bolstered as well. So that's my assumption, and I think I'm correct on that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, so they're like the same hugginess, but now they're just leather, so you can sit on them wet and not have to worry about it. These are pretty dirty. I might get these cleaned like professionally with like a steam cleaner, but the rear seats are pretty easy to swap out, like really easy to swap out, and the fronts, I heard, aren't as bad as well. I'm gonna look up a video real quick on those, and I'm gonna swap these out today real quick. So here's the little before. The interior rear seats aren't as special, but what they look like. Headliner's all done. I actually just buttoned up the hatch because I never finished it, because I needed the actuator piece. So now that's all back together, which is cool. This stuff is like temporary on there. I don't have all the screws for it, but I just gotta clean up everything back here and swap the seats out real quick. So they feel, well, honestly, a little bit more huggy than those. Might just because there's more material, but they feel pretty sweet. Hopefully the heating elements work in them, because my heated seats are killer. We'll do the rear seats first, just because I know that'll take like 10 minutes max, and then move on to the front. Don't mind the dirtiness of everything, but so obviously for these, there's that little piece that just pushes back with a screwdriver. See that? It's pushed back. Do the same for the other side. These just like pop out, and then for these, they literally just unhook. Super easy shit. So it'll be done like that. Like that. The seats are done. I threw in the R32 headrests, because these are the stock ones. A little bit bulky, still in good condition though. So we throw those in for a little pizzazz. I'm gonna back the car into the driveway, give it a quick vacuum, while the seats are out, but it's starting to look pretty sick. Can't wait to throw these in and test them out. This car's coming along pretty good. These seats are heavy as hell, honestly. Like this summer, I really want to do this. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I want to find like a cheap 24 valve, mechanically fine, can be cosmetically fucked, but gut it, the whole thing, like Honda style, like start cutting all the metal that we don't need, completely stripping it, leaving one seat in it, strip the headliner, strip everything out of it, all the weight that we can lose it, and then see what it runs. Because as you see, my car, full interior, full everything, with the tune and the cap delete, not even the secondary air delete either yet, is running a 15 on the street. So at the track I can probably cut that down with a good 60 foot. So honestly that should move. Like I honestly, like those rear seats probably 75 pounds, and that's just the rear seats and not even the fronts yet. So yeah, GTI is coming along. We need to clean this thing. I haven't given this thing any love in a while. All right, so we're gonna be working on the driver's side first. 2 T20s, one behind there, and then one right here, and then 2 13s in the front. Slide out, unplug it, plug the new one in, slide that one in. I can't wait, it's gonna look sick. So much work to do in this car. Front seat's out. Obviously we're gonna vacuum this out while that is out. Hasn't been out ever, so in my ownership at least. So we'll hit it with a good chop vac, vacuum her out, throw the new seat in, do the same for the other side, and then we'll be done. Right, so we are done. Here is a good look of it with the high bolsters. Trying to get good lighting, but hold on. High bolster leathers with R32 headrests, along with high bolster fronts, heated sliders work and everything, which is cool because the one slider on mine was broken. Yeah, changed up the whole look of the car. Looks a little bit more not as base model, I guess, even though these aren't base model seats at all. I'm gonna find a picture of base model cloths versus these high bolster cloths, base model leathers versus the high bolster leathers that I just had. That's a little interior upgrade for the GTI. Pretty hyped about it, looks pretty sweet. Starting to button up everything else that I possibly can on this thing, because it's actually like a really good daily, to be honest. I've gone on so many trips with this thing and it's never let me down, really. Even when it has let me down, I still got home, so it don't really matter. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. Stay tuned for some more GTI stuff, and as always, some the 88 to 98 Chevy stuff. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit, and I'll see you guys in the next one.